So friends, a big hello to everyone. It's Igor with you again today from the Gravity Engraving channel. A question came up from one of the customers who bought an xTool F2 Ultra machine. Why in my layouts, these layouts that I save for you, a new version 10 was found. Well, we'll update a bit later in 3 days. Or let's just download and update it. It'll start downloading here in the background. So, why are these specific layouts loading directly without, let's say, characteristics and parameters? We have these layouts here as well, the ones we used. Let's do it differently. We'll create a new workspace, go to File, Open Project, and open it right where I save them. Because these projects were accordingly made for you. I made sure to put them in a folder plus a zip archive. And everything should work as well as possible. The first two hearts are there. I don't remember what the second one is called. Let's check it now. xTool token project. So let's take a look at both of them. Go to File again, Open Project. Look for the xTool token project. I don't seem to see it here. Ah, there it is. So we had two tokens. That is the second side of the token and the first side. We'll open them one by one accordingly. Open in the first one. Here we definitely need to open the layers. There should be 3 different files in the layers. Click on the first file. It's currently turned off. MOPA air parameters. Everything's set up, everything's ready. Opening the second one, MOPA air. Everything's ready, everything's set up. Opening the third layer. For some reason, there was a glitch here. I can't say why, but maybe it's related to the switching moment. Because when, look here, when switching the bed to the workspace, the parameters can get messed up. See, when we turn it on as it should be for the third bed, it turns out the parameters are saved for each bed separately. This is very important. So this feature will be very useful for you because we're doing 3D engraving here. See, there's even a preview here, which is actually very good. And when we select the embossing bed, that is for a 3D object. Our parameters are automatically pulled in here. So don't forget that we processed the first 2 beds in the format of just engraving on the workspace. That is the usual classic version, and the parameters are pulled in accordingly. For the third engraving, we must use the embossing format. And in the third layer, accordingly, all the functions are turned off here. But as soon as we switch them to embossing, the functions are automatically pulled in completely. So I strongly ask you not to get them mixed up. Everything works here, at least to my surprise. It just works. Well, perfectly. So in xTool Studio, everything is working as it should now. In xTool Creative Space in previous versions, like 6 months ago, a year ago, I didn't like any of this. Awful. I struggled with it, but it worked. So let's open another project. Open project. Let's open side number 1. Here, it's as simple as possible. Here, all our projects are done in standard embossing on a regular bed, meaning not 3D, but a standard format. Now, let's open the layers. In these layers, we can see that we have background 1, 2, 3, and 4. So everything is working great. No issues here at all. Let's test some more options directly related to the functions. Again, open project. Let's open the 2 hearts project on the desktop. So we'll have 2 different templates here, but not overlapping. So in this pile here, we have 2 different templates. Look, let's open up the layers completely. In these layers, we have these little templates. So look, Heart 2 engraving and all its parameters are already set. Heart 2 cutting, all the parameters are fully set. Again, here, the calculation for this format, Heart 2 cutting, cut 80, 400, 20 passes, 248. Outline? Okay, advanced settings. Everything's enabled here. Everything's done. So, make sure to look closely at all the parameters. Heart 1 engraving, and accordingly, we have the cutting for Heart 1. Check them. All functions are enabled too. Again, let's look. Don't forget that for Heart 1 engraving, we turn on the enabled function. Let me just move this tab over a little bit. It's not moving for some reason. Maybe it's because I shrunk the workspace a bit to make everything visible. Yeah, maybe that's why. I can't really say what the reason is right now, but as I started moving the screen, everything shifted. So if we stretch it out a bit, since we have a wide screen, then this function will show as on or off. Don't forget to enable each layer individually and process it. Since I already did the cutting yesterday, the cutting was already enabled. So we turn off the cutting first, process the engraving layer itself, and then turn the cutting back on. There's another function where you can enable them sequentially, but I'll talk more about that later. So the functions are working, everything's fine, everything's perfect. So each function of each layer is only responsible for its own tab. I just messed up our workspace screen a bit here. So how do we fix this now so that it's visually clear? So, screen recording? Yeah, of course. Here it is. Damn, I can't click there. There. So the functions, like here, for example, where I showed you the 3D engraving, to get the function to start, we must use embossing. If we choose the engraving function, then we don't select the embossing function, but the layering function instead. So basically, the functions are still working fine. Everything's perfect. Honestly, kudos to the guys who created this app. This is damn a real working app that you can actually use to work and make money. Give it a thumbs up. I'll definitely leave all the interesting links in the description. Wishing everyone, as they say, peace, prosperity, and bye-bye to all.